energy system based on 100% renewable energy sources such as wind, hydroelectricity, biomass, and solar energy. Worldwide energy systems are currently undergoing a transition from highly centralized, large fossil and nuclear power plants to decentralized, small and medium sized renewable power plants. For this purpose, we are having one of the best speakers in this field, Mr. Engineer Fery. He is an experienced plant engineer with a demonstrated history of working in construction industry. He is skilled in power plant installation, electrical control system and instrument installation, electrical wiring and maintenance, and EPC. He had an engineering professional with a diploma focused in electro engineering. Thank you, sir, for your valuable time. Just a little housekeeping before we proceed. It will be a 1 hour session and last 20 minutes are reserved for your queries. If you guys have any query, you can type in the chat box and I'll be bringing them up at the end of the session. With that, I once again welcome you all and now I would hand over the mic to our worthy guest speaker. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Hassan, for introducing, and thank you for everyone. Is it my voice audible?
Yes, Ferry, it's audible. Yes.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for attending this session from me. Actually, just want to share my experience during the installation and construction for this power plant, especially for solar power plant. And maybe you guys can take any advantage or any positive uh, ways from this session. So maybe I can start with my, I will share my share screen. Is it okay?
Your screen is not shared yet.
Let me share my screen. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Is it my screen visible now?
Yes, yes. No, it's okay.
Okay. Okay. This is my personal information. My name is Fery. Actually, I'm coming from Indonesia. So I don't know any one of you have been visit Indonesia. And my working experience. Currently, I working for PT 4 Mitra Indika Tenaga Surya as a project manager. So this company is joint venture company between four partner from India and Indika Energy from Indonesia. Before that, I was working for Vena Energy. This is also company for the renewable energy, especially for the solar and wind farm. And before I work also for APR Energy as a project coordinator. APR Energy is an American company. This company also like installation the power plant, but that one power plant is using the diesel generator. So this is my introduction. Should I continue?
Yes, please continue.
Okay. Currently, as I mentioned earlier, that currently I am working for renewable energy, especially for installation for this uh, solar power plant, especially in the ground-mounted solar power plant. So first of all, I will just want to share the introducing of this where is the coming from energy from sun to the become electrical. So I believe that all of you know about this. So as we know that sun will be deliver photon and then will convert to electricity by electron flow. So this sun will be become electricity DC voltage. Then from this DC voltage or DC current that will be converted later on to the AC current or AC voltage. Okay, so the why is we call that there is a photovoltaic because the photon just now is sun or light, and voltaic is electricity. So the most of the PP module made from the crystalline, silicon, and thin film material. So these three material that using for this material for this PP module manufacturing. Then three of these material that will generate the power. Uh, as we know that for the thin film, the difference efficiency is 6.5 to 8%. For the crystalline silicon, especially for type monocrystalline, efficiency 14 to 16%. And for the crystalline silicon type of polycrystalline, efficiency 13 to 15%. Currently, for the thin film is not. I don't know. It's not. Most of the people not using anymore for this because the reason behind is because the efficiency is very less compared to the other material like crystalline. Okay. We continue with this description of this crystalline material. There is two type of the crystalline materials. One is a monocrystalline solar panel, and the other is a polycrystalline solar panel. The difference between two system or two construction or material of this mono and poly. For this monocrystalline, the single silicon is there, so means like a pure silicon is there. But in the polycrystalline, there is a mixture between other material. Regarding the price, the monocrystalline is more higher than polycrystalline, and for the warranty, both of them is almost for plus 25 years. And for artistic, the average for this monocrystalline, the colors black. For the polycrystalline is bluish. This is the most important for this both of this material. For the regarding the area requirement that we need when we want to install like where we want to install this solar PP. For the monocrystalline, we need like 6 to 9 meters square per 1 kilowatt peak. While for polycrystalline, we need like 8 to 9 meters square per 1 kilowatt peak. So means that for the polycrystalline, we need a bit higher compared with the more crystalline. This is related to the efficiency of the panel or photovoltaic. And for the temperature resistant, for the monocrystalline perform better in high temperature and steady condition. But for polycrystalline, is less efficient in high temperature. Means that for the polycrystalline, there is losses because of this high temperature during the operation. Okay, this is only sample for this PP module type. Most of the PP module, they will put the barcode or technical data on their each PP module. As we can see here, there is a rating of watt peak, how much the watt peak, the voltage, and also current, POC, is the voltage open current, also ESC, short current. All of this will use during the design for how many PP model we need to install and how many capacity, and regarding the voltage also that related to the important that we are going to using. Especially for Indonesia, the irradiance, what we call irradiance, is very good. I don't know in your country how much is it, but in our country, the irradiance between very good means that like 1,600 to 1,900 kilowatt hours per meter square. This is we call that the potential power that we can generate in this area. And for the solar cell arrangement, actually for the installation for PV module, basic concept is the same like a battery. So it means that when we install in serial means we increase the voltage, but when we install in the parallel means we increase the number of the current. So all these voltage and current is related to inverter. So inverter will be convert from the DC current or DC voltage to AC. But again, the number of inverter and how we arrange this, the number of PV module and how we arrange this PV module depend on the inverter characteristic that we are going to install also. Uh, okay, this is the sample that inverter that I have been using before in one power plant. Which one the capacity of that inverter is around 680 kVA. Voltage, as we can see here, the voltage input from the PP ratings around 550 to 885 volt DC. So this is the maximum input voltage is 100 volt, and the maximum input current 1280 amps, and maximum input short circuit current 2000. So this specification inverter that mentioned here is will be affected that how many PP module, how many PP module, and also the arrangement of PP module that will connected to this inverter. So this is very important for those design for this power plant, especially for the PP module installation. Okay, so I will go to the next slide regarding the type of location installation. So as we know that for the solar PP, we can install in the water. We call that floating power plant, and also we can install in the roof, industrial or our housing, and also we can put in the on the ground. So for the ground system, we have two types. Means that you can using the tracking system or fixed. Tracking means that the PV module will be moved according to the sun direction, but means that the angle of this PV module will be changed every time. But also there is another type for this installation. So we call that fixed PES angle. Means that you cannot adjust the angle of this PP module. So before the installation, the designer or engineering will consider of this how much the PP module angle that need to install in that area based on the what we call the software like PPCs. That software you can use to calculate how many PES angel that will be affected to get the maximum of the power generation from this PV module. But of course, for the industrial area or housing, you cannot adjust anymore. So always depend on the roofing of that industrial or housing. But on the ground, you can adjust based on the calculation of these PPCs or other software that we can using to analyze for this PV installation to maximize all the power generation for this PV module. Okay, I will go to the type of the installation, especially for the ground mount. Ground mounted means that we install directly to the ground. There is two type. What we call the number one is we call helical or screw pile. Means that for this type of installation, we just need the heavy equipment to drill and put the screw pile. Then we can install the module mounting structure on it. So this type of installation is very fast. As you can see here, the low impact to the environment. Means that we don't need to do excavation or cut and back for this installation. We can do also very fast compared with the other type of the installation. And also this type of installation, we can removable or usable the system. Means that we can move our solar power plant from the other side to the other side. And yeah, this is again the advantage using the screw pile. So the installation will be very fast. Even the big power plant or big solar power plant is very fast. Like I did before in one plant. Within 8 months we can install like a 20 plus megawatt peak during the installation. We use this type of the installation. Another type for the insulation, we call that concrete slab or ballast for module mounting structure. So this one we'll use like the concrete slab, use the reinforced bar for the footing of each the module mounting structure. And this one, the type of this installation is quite more difficult, and also I can say it's take time, and you need more effort on this. Again, the type of this installation will be affected to cost, because this will be costly compared with the screw pile installation. This is sample that I have done before for the installation. So this is the I have using a screw pile. So this is the power plant that I have worked before for Fery Energy. So we install like 42 megawatt peak AC, peak DC. Means total 30 megawatt AC we install for this power plant using the screw pile. And another power plant that I have working in current company using the concrete slab. So this type you need to do the excavation to make the ground quite flat. So that will be easier for you to install the mounting structure and also the installation for this concrete slab. But again, you need more workers and more time for this kind of installation. Okay, I can continue, or do I need to? I will, if any inquiry, we do later on. Is it?
Yes, yes. Please continue.
Okay. So I will go to the part number 3 regarding the operation and maintenance. Again, for this solar power plant, my experience is compared to the other power plant like diesel, coal, and gas engine. Solar power plant is more easier and more simple because most of the system is electrical side. So no need like a special on the mechanical or civil people. So all the system is using the electrical side. So for operation, also the maintenance is very easy. So as we know that for the PV system, there is a two system, right? There's one is a standalone, and the other one is a grid connected. So standalone, sometimes people also say that off grid, and grid connected means in also on grid. So off grid means that you can use without storage, with storage, and hybrid system. Means that without storage means that not using battery. With storage using battery. Hybrid system means that you combine with other renewable energy like biomass or other wind farm. Also, you can combine with this off grid. And even though diesel also you can combine with this. For the grid connected, or sometimes also people say that on grid means that we are connected directly to the grid. Whatever the power that we produce, we deliver directly to the grid or to the customer or in our house. So this is also you can use with storage or using the household. Household means that like uh, what we call it in Indonesia, we sell it for a house. Okay. Then we next. Okay. This is the on-grid operation. So this is I do in my power plant before I do operation. So we directly deliver the power, how many power that we produce from our power plant. Directly we convert to AC power, then directly go to the grid. In our country, our government we call that PLN. So the power that we produce from solar, we deliver to powerhouse of PLN. Then from this PLN will deliver to the grid, direct to the society or the customer. So this plant, we don't use battery during that operation. So how many power are generate at the time, we directly deliver to the grid. This is the system. As we can see, the conversion from this system to this system. So from the PV module, there is a we call this DC switch disconnector. There is in our inverter combined with the conversion from DC to AC. And there is also AC switch disconnector. So we use IP panel, and we also have the energy meter. So with the main protection before go to the grid. So all of the system, there is a protection for from from the grid and also to our solar PP. Actually, for the installation of PV module, most of the installation is facing to the south, just to maximize the sun movement or irradiance of the sun. So means that how to maximize of the power from the sun. So insulation will be facing to the south. Okay, for the off-grid operation, that just now also we call that standalone. So actually there is a two type, DC coupling of grid operation and also AC coupling of grid operation. So this system is different on the coupling. So for this system, when we use battery, we coupling to the DC bus. So it means that from the PP module, there is a solar charge controller, and we also have battery. Then we together mix in the DC bus. Then from inverter battery, will convert to DC to AC, then deliver to the AC bus and to the load. So means that as we can see here, the battery only two-way. So for the PP, we will charge the battery, and from the battery will deliver the DC power to the DC bus. Then inverter will convert to AC power later on. But for the AC coupling, as we can see here, the module photovoltaic will be directly go to the inverter. So we have two inverter here, one inverter from the PV module and one inverter for the battery. But for this one inverter will be two-way, so we'll charge the battery coming from the AC bus, and also will deliver power from the battery to the AC bus, or means to the load. Okay, during characteristic of the solar power plant during operation, we can see of the chart here. This is the actual energy against that forecast energy. Means that there is a system you can do the forecast energy, how much the power that you can generate at the day. But in actual, there is changing the power that we generate because of the, as you can see, the curve here become changed in this time directly go down and up again go down because of the irradiance of the sun and also of the cloudy. So that's the reason what we call this, what we say this power plant or PV module power plant. We call that intermittent power plant because the energy that produced from this power plant is not constant like a coal power plant or diesel power plant or gas power plant or even the biomass power plant using the generator. But this one always change the power produced from the PV module because of the irradiance always change every time or every minutes. You can see here daily basis of the power plant produced during the operation between forecast and also the actual power produced during the operation. And here is the weekly graph that we can also collect compare with the forecast and actual generation. So as you can see again here, the power produced is always change every time. And in our country, especially the maximum power generation that we can take from this solar power plants only 4 to maximum 5 hours only. So below that one, the power will be reduced. So we start like 5 a.m. in the morning and 6 p.m. In the afternoon. But the peak of the power only 4 hours starting from I can say 9 to 12. Okay, I will go to the maintenance. Again, for this solar power plant system is for maintenance very simple, or I can say is not much requirement for the manpower because of the especially for this power plant installation will be connected to the SCADA system. Then from the SCADA system they will let you know that how many inverter is a problem, how many strings is problem. Then you can go directly check to the field which strings or which inverter is have an issue. Then you can repair directly. So for the maintenance, we have many type of the maintenance that we need to do. First is number one is a breakdown maintenance. So means that when the system is have got an issue, so means that if equipment is not working properly, maybe a combiner box, maybe inverter or maybe inverter, or maybe medium voltage panels. All these we do once the system is not work properly. For the preventive maintenance, of course, this why we call the preventive means we do like sorry, yeah, we do like preventive before the issue happen. So it means like we do like cleaning, replacement spare part regularly or periodically according to the age of the each parts of electrical parts that we need to change. So even though it's not broken, but because of the age, we need to change the parts. Also, we do like inspection and cleaning in each part of the equipment just to make sure that there is no dust, there is no any animals going inside, any holes that can be affected to the performance of the equipment. So for the preventive maintenance, we do like a periodic maintenance. Means periodic maintenance we can use a daily, weekly, and also monthly. Even the yearly also we do the maintenance. So we do schedule for this maintenance according to the every equipment or each equipment operational. Then predictive maintenance means that to anticipate the failure. So before the failures happen, we need to do the predictive maintenance also. What we call it, we do the analysis because of the behavior of the every equipment based on the graph for each equipment. Like importer, if the importers look go, the production is very low, or the then we can do analyze why this importers the output of this importers very low. Then we check out every single parts of importer. Then we also do the corrective maintenance. Corrective maintenance means that to identify the cause of damage, and then we do repairing so that the equipment can be used again normally. So it means that for the corrective maintenance, we do the identify the damage of the equipment. Means that we every day, like we do the the inspection. Then we need to check also the every equipment what is the issue can be happen in the future. During the maintenance procedure, this is the most important. There is a 6 point. Number one is visual inspection of all equipment. So it means that during the operation, we need to do the daily check or hourly check for each equipment by visual. So especially like all the electrical parts inside the junction box, also the if there is a cables, conductor damage that need to repair or replacement. And also we do visual inspection of string conductors. Strings means that need to identify any physical damage. So especially for the strings, because this strings is directly connected to the PP module. Maybe there is a damage physical because of the reds or other mechanical parts hit of it. So let's make it the mesh of the strings. And also we do the checking of operating voltage and current. So every equipment that we need to check for the operating voltage, especially for the strings also, we do the testing. We need to check, even if we need to do the the thermal imager just to make sure there's no overcurrent on that one string. This can be happen to make the damage of the string, and also even the fire. And this is also number 5. We do the insulation resistant testing of module. So especially for this testing, we do during the during the regular maintenance. So like for 1 month, we need to do the insulation resistant test after the physical visual inspection, that we can think that this string will be look like there is any issue. Then we need to do insulation resistant to make sure the cable is still good. Then again, the number 6, we do the thermography of all importers. So it means thermography, we need to check the temperature inside the part of is inside the importer. Maybe there is parts, fuses, even the MCB, all this cabling, connector inside the importer maybe got temperature very high, or maybe fan of inside the importer also get or not working properly. So all of this thing we can checking during the peak load of the power plant. Okay, but before we do the maintenance activity procedure, of course, we need to do this induction. So all the worker or the employee that are going to do this, the maintenance activity must be done with the safety induction first to make sure the all the workers follow the procedure. So we need to make safely working plan. So means that we need to isolate all the equipment that we going to do the inspection or maintenance. And all the procedure, of course, we need to prepare, and everyone must understand the procedure. So everyone is not doing whatever they want to do, but we need to follow the procedure to avoid any issue or any accident during the maintenance activity. And prepare work permit. Work permit is very important because means that you work permit, you get permit from the safety officer, just to make sure the working or during the maintenance activities is uh, doing in safe way. Okay, so number three, we need to prepare all the tools and equipment. So means that whatever tools that we are going to use during the maintenance or inspection, we need to prepare very well. Because sometimes in the very big plant, the distance between the store to the area is quite very far, and also again just to make sure we do the maintenance based refer to the standard operational procedure. And of course, the last one is we need to prepare the personal protective equipment or PPE. So everyone, this is the last, yeah, the last safety procedure that we are going to use, because we need to make sure if everything is already follow the procedure, all the already isolated, then we just need to prepare personal protective equipment only for the last item. Okay, this is some picture that during the plant operation, I said before that before we do maintenance activities, all the plant we need to plan properly. We do also safety induction, how to do this maintenance activity, and everyone that going to involve in these activities must be joined to this meeting or induction meeting, and then we do the this is the maintenance, this is a maintenance activity. So this is activity to during the checking the pyranometer sensor on the field, just to make sure the angle of this pyranometer sensor is on the right position. And this one also we do the strings checking from the PP module, physical, and also we do like insulation resistance test, just to make sure the strings very good. And also we do like voltage measurement, even though we do the current measurement, just to make sure that this PP module is still working according to the nameplate or according to the data or characteristic of this PP module. There is a deviation, but I think maximum is 3%. And in the yearly maintenance, we also do the F curve test. So it means that we need to check that performance of each PP module. Is it the performance of PP module is still very good according to the manufacturer database. And here is we do the checking of the equipment inside the combiner box or strings, all the features, all this we do measurement and also the visual inspection, just to make sure there is no any animals going inside, and also the strings and also connector termination is still very good. And the last picture is we also do checking inside the inverter to make sure all the inverter is performing well. Okay, this is some application of this solar power plant that we can see here for the charging of the car battery, for the agribusiness, housing, and also for the battery charging. And also this pictures only for the pumping for the deep well water system, and also for the farming we can use solar here. All of these are some sample of the application. I think that's all from my presentation. If any inquiry, again, I will share whatever that experience I have before during the installation, construction, and also the operation and maintenance of this solar power plant. Thank you. Back to you.
Yes, thank you, Ferry.
Yeah.
My question is, first one is, you are using PV system. Do you have any expertise using PV syst? If we will have the webinar, next webinar on PV syst, how about you about this? The next one is a question is software which you are using for power forecasting. I mean the power forecasting curves which you have shown in the PPT. Do you use any specific software or is just is in Excel or something else? Thank you.
Okay. First question regarding the PPCs. Actually, this PPCs under engineering team, design engineering team. Uh, Everyone can study actually, but for myself, to be honest, I'm not expert on this. But I do that one also during the operation, but only the team that going to use these PPCs during before the installation or construction. But I do only for the checking is it correct the data that they send us for this installation. And I don't have any college that have experience of this, but my company have it, my design company have it on this. But I don't know if they can join for the next meeting. Regarding the next question is what can you repeat again the next question regarding the IF curve? Is it?
Yes, I mean, you are showing the power forecasting of
Yeah.
different. So, which software you are using, or any software, specific software, or just Excel you are using? How to draw those graphs?
Yeah. For the All cup we use the only is download from this the coupon we call the C1 2200. Yeah. So we collect this measurement from the PV module. Okay. Then we put in the Excel sheet. Then we analyze from that one. You're right. So we put in the Excel sheet all the data that we take from the power cup equipment.
Which port?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Which port you are accessing from PV module before using Excel? Which port you are telling? Please repeat.
I mean the equipment that we are using is we call the CWAT. Yeah, CWAT. CWAT. We
See,
CWAT.
see what? Can you write the Google? You just open this Google and just write what you are want to ask. Maybe pronunciation issue. C word.
Yeah, CWAT. Yeah, CWAT.
C word. What is this C word?
Equipment. Equipment
Equipment.
actually.
Okay, 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 okay,
Yeah,
okay,
tools. Yeah. Okay. This
okay. Thank
equipment we use for collect the data. Then we compare to Excel sheet. Then from there we analyze all that how many voltage drop during that like one year operation. Is it voltage drop still within the manufacturer warranty?
okay. May I know the cost of this equipment in US dollar?
I think 1,000 something, 2,000, 1,000, I believe 1,000 something, yeah, US dollar. You can,
Uh,
yeah.
oh, okay. Thank you, thank you. Any other question? Nadia and Sabir and Suleiman, please continue. First of all, the meeting guests, you please, Nadia and Mohammed Sabir, please.
Sir, I have a question. Can we get this PDF? Hello, Assalamu
Yes,
alaikum,
I
sir.
yes, Sabir. I will ask them. Yes, please repeat again.
Sir, I need this PDF file.
Okay, I will request Ferry for the PDF. Otherwise, you can also access the video and you can see again, please. And next, Nadia, please.
Oh.
Yes, Nadia, please again. Nadia, can you hear me?
Sir, I have a question. Can I ask?
गोरी रोटी खाना चाहिए.
Yes, please.
Sir, there are three constants included for solar intensity. First is air mass, second is temperature. How can we relate that air mass affect the intensity of solar?
Uh, Ferry, can you hear this question? I think so. Prayer time maybe Azan. Please unmute your
Yeah,
mic,
yeah.
please.
Can you repeat again, please?
Sir, there are three constants that affect the solar intensity. First is light, second air mass. Then I am asking that how air mass affect the intensity of solar in generating electricity.
Actually, for my experience, for the air mass, the not much affecting compared to the production of this solar power plant. Most of the what we call it the losses, yeah, losses that my experience that I have during the plant operation. Uh, the dirt from the bird, okay, number one, and of course the say from the trees or other dust, and of course losses there is also coming from the temperature. Very high temperature also make losses. That's why some operation team they put like they put like water spraying during the high temperature just to reduce the losses of this because of the high temperature. So of course, it's difficult to maintain, the temperature, ambient temperature outside. But this is some way people doing also. They installing like the spraying for the PP module during the very high temperature. So my experience before only this dust because of the from the car, also from the other area like factory nearby to power plant, and also the dirt from the bird. And of course, that's why we do the regular cleaning for this PP module just to maintain the PP module must be very clean. And for the for the air or speed of the wind is not much affected. Is that answer the question?
Asif, got your point or not? Got the answer?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, Sabir, please.
Sir, I have a question.
Sabir, please.
Sir, as we know that when some temperature, air moisture वगैरह is changed, so how solar energy can change?
Okay, I think maybe you means if not wrong, my understanding is correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe regarding the irradiance, yeah, irradiance of the sun. But again, high temperature means doesn't mean that irradiance also very high. So that's why there is losses of high temperature. Of course, when the irradiance is getting low, the production also getting low. In my place, the best irradiance is 900 kilowatt hours per meter square. That the best maximum 1,000. But over that one also there is a process because of this high temperature. That answer the question.
Ji sir, thank you.
Next, Salman.
Sir, as we know that the efficiency of the solar panel is very low. So, in our university, many of our students have a project of solar tracking solar panels, through which we can increase the efficiency of solar. So, my question is that is it economical for a larger scale for a large solar power plants?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So, of course, the tracking system will be more efficient. But again, in economical wise, there is a challenge there. But for a big capacity, especially for big capacity, I think it's still economical because you sell the power to the other maybe in my country like sell to the government with the price very good, and for the long-term contract you need to calculate. And also regarding the maintenance also for this tracking system, you need to you know there is an additional equipment for that area, especially for this motorized system, whether that we cannot find in the other like as a fixed angel. You don't need to inspect the motorized system, all this. But again, if you install in the big plant with a very good, very competitive price, of course, still economical. But if the contract between you and other company or to the government is very short, then you need to recalculate again. Is it can be absorb all the the price that you absorb during the purchasing of all of this system. Is that answer the question?
Yes, Salman, got the answer? Ubairul Haq, please.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please ask question.
Sir, which type of inverter is best to use in solar power plant?
Uh, Actually, for the best inverter is always depend on your design. Okay. Because now is currently the manufacturing of inverter are still many type of the the inverter that already produced. Even that currently now is they put in the very small size. As my experience that as I saw you just know, the power plant that I built in the one island, that in one containerized inverter, that 40-foot container, that really huge inverter, like 680 the kPa. But currently now there is a small inverter that we even that we can install in the ground mount, like the Sangro, Huawei, all these inverter, they competitive based on the the price also, and the long term of warranty means that the warranty also affected to the quality of the inverter. But for now, so far that I'm using in the ground mount installation, I use Sangro and inverter, and so far both of them is still working well. Also depend on the rating voltage that you are going to install in that your power plant. So you choose the inverter based on the capacity of the power plant, the rating of the voltage.
Sir, if we go in detail, then the Cascade H bridge inverter most suitably work for all rating voltage regulation. So, isn't it good for to use Cascade H bridge type of inverter?
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Okay, any other question? If you have any question.
Sir, can we generate electricity from solar panel at night using bulb?
No, of course no, because the you know the the solar PP that we are using is coming from the as I mentioned earlier, uh, coming from the sun, photon compared to the electron, compared to the current. But if you use bulb, I don't think so. It's working compared to the sun, because the energy that the product, the coming from the bulb is totally different. Uh, of course, there is a irradiance reading from the bulb, but I'm not sure that can be generated the current, because it's different energy.
Any
Okay.
other question?
Yes, sir, I have. Which plate have maximum power rating available in the market?
Can you repeat it again, please?
The maximum power rating of a plate available in the market.
Maximum power of PP.
Rating, sir. Rating in watt. Which plate have maximum rating in watts?
Oh,
500, 600.
you mean the importer, is it?
No, I think so. You mean the maximum rating of the solar power panel, which is available in the market.
Oh, okay. Now I'm using 655 watt for insulation. So there is a, I know that the maximum already in 670 watt per 1 PP module.
670 watt per module.
Yeah,
Okay.
watt peak,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, thank you. Uzair, any question?
Hi, sir. As we know that solar panels are the most easiest part of power generation system that we can. But are there any challenges that we face during installation?
Can you repeat again?
Sir, as we know that solar power plant is the most easiest plant to install compared to all other plants that we have. But I want to ask that are there any challenges that we face during installation of solar power plant? But what are the parameters that are required for a proper installation of solar power plant?
Yeah, it's correct. This is the power plant is very easy to install. Everyone can install, just plug and play. Because there is only simple, and also only not much equipment, only PV module, inverter, then go to the power. The challenges for this installation of this PV module depend on the location again. So as I mentioned before, there is three location, like on the water, on the roof, and also on the ground mount. So everyone, every area, they have the each challenge. For example, on the floating solar, of course, isolation is more more challenges also, because everyone, every installer must be minimum can swim, or other things that for the roof you need to put the safety line every time during the installation. In ground mounts more safely, but depend on the area also. If you put on the mount, the flat area is of course better, but if you put on the mount also, the difficulty is to bring the PV module to the mounting, to the mount. Means that you need to take care, because this PV module quite heavy. But again, depend on the size of the PV module. But challenges are always there for the ground mount, especially if you install in the mounting, then very difficult to bring to the top. You need to sometimes you need to handling by manual, that are very heavy. In the rooftop also, to the lifting to the roof, also must be very careful, because uh, sometimes the people look easy to fall down. So you need to take care all these things. Need to make sure the lifting the PV module with the proper equipment. In the floating, of course, area, the challenge is there. You need to make sure the water area or lake is there is no waving, and also to the you need to install first the anchoring to make sure the floater is stable. Then you install anyway everywhere every location they have their own challenge. So you will know that when you do the installation. But I prefer for me I do installation the ground mount because more safe compared to the other area or other location. That answer the question.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Thank you.
Nurul and Badri,
Yes, sir.
please ask the question if you have.
Sir, I have a question. Which renewable energy source is the best, and can renewable energy source replace fossil fuel?
Could you repeat, please? I don't. I'm not get the point. Yeah.
Do you mean which one renewable energy source is the best, which can replace fossil fuels? Do you mean that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Again for this. Of course, we know that renewable energy is quite many types that we already know that. First, wind farm. Wind farm depend on the speed of the wind that in your location. Of course, you need to put like a wireless sensor, like to study, just to make sure that the wind is stabilized on the 2 to 3 years to do the study for this wind farm. But for the solar, it's not. I think less than 1 month. You can guarantee that that area is perfect for the installation of power plant. For I mean for the solar power plant. Biomass, of course, depend on the area that you are going to use, especially like what kind of the material that we're going to use for this biomass. Like in our country, we are using palm oil. We still have a lot for that one, and of course, the geothermal also the other type of the renewable energy. That one is more stable for sure because they don't need to compared to the wind farm and also the solar power plant. Geothermal is more stable because the pressure heat from the underground gas is also very stable. So just to make sure all the I mean, but more complicated, yeah, for more complicated for the geothermal, and also same like biomass, also to generate or turn the turbine. So from this kind of the renewable energy, compared to the system is more complicated. Solar power plant is more simple. The other is more complicated because you need to install more equipment. For example, for the wind farm is more of also more of the mechanical part need to analyze and also need to install like the generator. Geothermal also need to install more more equipment in the mechanical parts like turbine and all this temperature sensor. All these instrument is more in the geothermal system compared to the solar power plant. Also same like biomass, and you need more equipment in mechanical parts and also more spare part other material that needs support the installation. The fastest and the cheapest is of course the solar power plant.
Okay, thank you, Ferry. The last question you have answered, which solar power plant more feasible? You answered last question of Ozair. Can you repeat which one you selected that's best according to your understanding?
Okay. In terms of the the simple one, simple renewable energy or power plant. Of course, solar power plant is more simple and more more cheap compared to the others. For solar power plant like geothermal, wind pump, and also the biomass. But in terms of the the stability of the power that generate from that each power plant, of course, geothermal and biomass more stable compared to this solar power plant and wind pump, because wind pump and solar power plant is depend on the weather, of course. So
Yes,
everyone, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
yeah, the question of Uzair, which he told asked. Uzair, can you repeat the question?
Sir, my question was that what are the challenges while installing a solar power plant? Like when we are installing the power plant itself, as you
Yes,
told us, like two options that we can use to install that power plant, and what were like those two options? As you say that one of the option is best, as you can.
which option, Ferry? Which option you told that this solar power plant is the best one? Just answer that one only. Remaining is okay. Detail is okay.
Okay. For the solar power, the option that we are going to install more or less challenge, of course, the ground mount. Yeah. Ground mount. Ground
Ground
mounted.
mount, ground mounted.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. Oh
Yeah.
God,
Ground
I got
mounted.
your point. Thank
Yeah.
you, thank you. So, any other question? I think so. There is no question. So, up to you,
I have
Hassan.
one more
Yes,
question.
yes. Please ask. Please ask.
Sir, what happened during a power outage in solar residential system?
Okay, for our solar residential system, of course, it's best is if you combine with the battery storage, so that will be more helpful, because if only depend on the again, as I mentioned earlier, there is a two system, right? On grid or standalone. But most of the residential is usually using the battery for the supporting during the irradiates or the sun's uh, there is a cloudy or going to rain. So of course better if you combine with the battery or storage system, better for residential. Is that answer the question?
Sir, thank you.
Yes, I think so. There is no other question. So, up to Hassan to end the session, please. Thanks to Mr. Ferry and up to you, please.
Thank you, sir, for such an informative webinar. So now, as you are done with the queries, it's time to wrap up this amazing webinar. Thank you so much, sir, for honoring us with your presence. Your knowledge has really benefited us. I would also like to thank our attendees for becoming the part of this amazing session. This concludes today's webinar. Thanks to all the attendees for showing up. We hope you have learned a lot throughout this session. Stay blessed and positive. Take care. Allah Hafiz.